Thanks everybody, welcome to Sexy and Psychic with yours truly, Candace, the spiritual goddess. And I just want to talk to you guys about the promos for the month of October. I know I'm a little late, but I haven't really been here that much. But anyhow, free question day. Free question day is going to be on October 15th. If you do want to book one free question, the session lasts for about 5 minutes. It's one question only. So it doesn't mean it's like, it's not the type of thing where it's like you ask like 3 questions within 5 minutes. You have one question that you can ask, and I will answer that for you that's just kind of like my give back, and just to kind of, so you guys can have like a chance like to really, if there's something that you really want to know. Also, too, this month I am starting astrology charts. I love astrology charts. I'm only going to be offering 4 charts right now, and that's the adult chart. The adult chart is the chart of like your genuine, it's basically your whole blueprint. So the adult chart, what that does is it talks about your whole entire life, like it goes age by age. So basically it gives like a little blocks of, it's like little blocks of age, like from your younger years, like your mid years, your older years, any potential health problems, marriages, like your blueprint of what you came here with. So as you guys all know, we all came here with a blueprint. Now, we as humans don't always follow that blueprint because we have free will. We just kind of don't know stuff. We just mess stuff up. So your adult chart is almost like your guideline as to what you were supposed to be, who you're supposed to be, what your purpose is. Also, too, it talks about different past lives that you've had too as well. Like I had one lady who was, and this is how I began to believe in Jesus, because in her chart, it shows that she was one who was connected to and walked with actual Jesus. That's when I knew that there was like really a Jesus, because it was through her chart. So through the reading of the chart, I look at the planets, and not only will you receive your chart so you can see how the planets are lined up from your perspective or from your soul's viewpoint, but as well as I also give you the descriptions. Also with the adult chart, if you do have any type of attachments, or if you have a generational attachment karma or something like that, that will be in your chart, and I will highlight that for you. So you'll be able to know from your chart if you have like a generational attachment, if you came here with something or are due to inherit something. The adult chart, it again talks about like what your career path is, what you're supposed to be doing in your life. It's very descriptive. It's a great chart. I'm also offering the lunar chart. The lunar chart is basically just a monthly overview. So it's a blueprint as to how your month is supposed to go. Like if you're supposed to be moving, if a new person is supposed to be coming into your life, how your money's going to be. If there's any type of issues, like maybe like any warnings against any type of accidents or health issues or anything like that. That's what the lunar chart is. So your lunar return chart is like your monthly, it's like your monthly overview. So when I pull that chart for you, I analyze the planets, kind of read the energy too as well. So it's like a reading with the chart, and it gives you a basic overview for how your month is supposed to be. So I think it's a great advantage because it's like a guideline. Like I love being able to do this stuff, to read the planets. It's amazing. So you'll receive your chart, and also too you'll receive what everything means and what it means for your energy. And then I'm also offering the solar return chart. The solar return chart is your whole year overview chart. That's basically is detailed as to what your whole year is supposed to be like. And again, it's about any type of warnings, what your money's supposed to be like. If you have a new person is coming into your life, if you're going to be leaving a relationship. It talks about divorces. It talks about like reconciliations. It talks about everything. It's like an overall. It's an overall of your whole entire year, what your year is supposed to be like. I can actually do those charts up to 2 years, so I can do the current year and the year after. I don't like to go beyond that because so many things change, but I can do the current year, and I can do the year, your next year, which your solar return is. That's when your birthday, that's the day that your that your birthday is, from your birthday to your next birthday. So again, as I stated, our new years actually start on our birthdays, not on January 1st, unless you were born on January 1st. So your new year actually starts on your birthday. So with the solar chart just gives you a broad, it's a broad general overview of what that year, that cycle is going to be like for you. So I do this stuff on a and it's such a great advantage. It's such a great, like, you'll know like when you're gonna have money flow, you know when you're gonna have a money standstill, you're gonna know all that stuff. And it's a great way for you to be able just to even to like kind of like, it's kind of like kind of beat the system. So if you know you're going to have a standstill, let's just say in March, it's in your chart that you may have a problem in that area around that time, and it gives you the benefit to the advantage to be able to like to save up or to be more cautious when it comes down to your spending. So that's why I like the solar and the lunar. So I check mine every single month. So I'm offering those 3 charts in one service, and then I have the relationship compatibility chart. Now I love this chart. For every single guy that I've ever dated, I somehow would find a way to ask him like what time was he born, because I would be pulling our chart, a composite chart. And the relationship compatibility chart, what it does, even before you even know the person, if you have your name, I don't need your name, but if I have your time of birth, your date of location, and that's pretty much it, on your birthday, then literally I can pull all of your blueprint and the blueprint of someone else, if you have theirs too as well, merge your plans together, and it would tell me everything about what your relationship would be like. It tells if you have any type of past life connections. It tells if it's a relationship that's going to lead to marriage. It tells if it's a relationship that's going to be deceptive. It tells if it's like a lesson, if it's a love thing. It tells about you guys' personality. Like, I would know everything about that person before I would even know them. So I will always know if I was wasting my time or not. So for example, like for Archie, so with his Venus being conjunct with my moon, that says that because his Venus is in Aquarius and my moon is in Taurus, it says that sometimes we may have misunderstandings only because we operate from different places. He operates from his mind because he's very logical, and I operate from my emotions and my feelings. So that tells me right there with the translation from that conjunction, is telling me right there that I have to be cautious and be aware, because we could have misunderstandings because we just operate a lot differently. So that's an advantage, because going into the relationship, now I know that it's not on purpose if we have a miscommunication. It's because we operate differently. Or with his moon being sextile to my Venus, that right there says marriage. It says long-term commitment. It says that that's it's a great relation. It's a long-lasting relationship. It says that there's a soul tie there. So that's what I mean. Like, so with these charts, they talk about the good, the bad, the ugly. So if you're in a relationship with somebody, or if you're thinking about dating somebody, if you can somehow manage to get the time of their birth, their birth date, and their location of birth, and you have yours, I could put your planets together and tell you exactly. I can give you the whole picture. It's like a movie, the whole picture as to what your relationship is going to be like, or if you are in a marriage. If it's going to last, like what you guys' history is, your soul history and everything like that. Like, I mean, it tells everything. It's a great blueprint. And again, it's so convenient because I know when I first met Archie, that's the first thing I did was I asked him like all that information. He didn't care. You know, he's kind of into the spiritual stuff too. So he didn't really care. But I asked him that, and that's the first thing I did was I pulled our chart, and our chart, I mean, it had some things like, for example, with our Jupiter and our Uranus, we spend money differently. We have a different outlook when it comes down to money. I'm more just, go with the flow and just, you only live once, enjoy life now, go just do whatever. He's more of a person that likes to plan, that's very strategic with money. He's more of a penny pincher. He likes to save, and I guess he's more responsible. So right there, I know that there's a clash, but because I already know that, and I have the advantage of reading that in our chart, now I know how to go about that. I know how he is with money. I know how I am with money. So now that gives me the advantage. So because that's going to avoid having problems in the future when we do bring our money and everything together, because I already know how he is with money based off of our chart. So it allows you to know a person, especially if you're just meeting somebody, it allows you to know a person without actually knowing them. Or if you are in a relationship and you just want to know who this person is. Even know who you are. Like your planets would tell you things about yourself that you may kind of be in denial about, or just like that you just may not see, or you might have some aha moments like, wow, that's true. So it's a great advantage with these charts. So I am offering that now. That's actually on my website too as well. So if you are interested in free question day on October 15th, sign up. Also too, if you are interested in having a chart done. Now, if you book that time slot, I'm going to actually do your chart in that time slot. I'm going to email you your chart so you can keep it. I like to keep my charts. I like to eat because I like to go back to them. Like even now, like today, I was reading through the chart with Archie and when I said like things that I've learned so much about this man since I've met him. And when I first read this chart, of course, I was like, oh wow, that's interesting. I wonder how that's going to work out. Oh wow, well that's beautiful. It talks about like your sexual compatibility, everything. All that's. I read the chart. I went back. I read the chart again, and everything that I read initially, like before I knew who he was, it's all there. Like it talks about, it's like our whole relationship before I even knew what type of person who he was. It's all in the chart. And I was just reading it like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. Like that is crazy. Like I can show you guys the chart. It's crazy, but it's an amazing advantage. So if you are interested in getting an adult chart, so what you get the adult chart is like your general life, your blueprint, who you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to be doing in life, your purpose, your life purpose, who you were in the past, like past lives. If there's any health issues, health scares, what it's like with your parents, if you have any gifts, talks about your gifts, if you have spiritual gifts, marriages, divorces. Sometimes it will talk about children. Yeah, actually does. It will talk about children in most cases. And also too, if you have a GA or generational attachment or anything, actually highlight that so you can actually you can see it. The lunar chart is a monthly chart. It's a monthly overview. So if you want to just know what your next month is going to be like so what is it going to be like from just give you a heads up so you can know how to change things around if you need to. The lunar the solar is the whole overview of the year. It's not as detailed as the monthly, but it gives you like a brief how your year is going to be, and I can do that for up to like 2 years or 2 cycles. And then the compatibility chart, telling you if you want to know who you're dating, if you want to know who you're married to, if you want to know about a potential person, you need to do this chart, because I'm telling you, you will know who this person is before you actually know who they are. It tells you everything you need to know, how you guys will be if you guys were in a relationship, like everything. So feel free to go to my website, www.candicesmith.com, if you're interested in it, and we'll go from there. So look forward to hearing from you guys soon. Please, I need you guys to provide, again, if you want a chart pulled, I need to know what time you were born, the location of birth, and your birthday, and just your first name. And if you're doing a compatibility, the same information for your partner. And you will receive your chart within your time frame of your appointment. So, and I prefer to do it through email. So if you don't want to do it through email, we don't have to, but I prefer to do it through email so you can keep it, so you can look back at it. I'm telling you, it's so beneficial. Like it's so beneficial to be able to look back at this stuff and be like, oh my God, wow. So you guys be blessed, take care, and I will be talking to you soon. I bid you namaste. Bye-bye.